Today I'm going to show you how to make the Hadleigh Romper by Retro Sparkle Designs. This pattern is intended for wovens and it comes in sizes newborn to 16 youth. So these are the pattern pieces laid out. You will need 4 bodice pieces and you will need 2 liners and 2 main fabrics, 2 pants pieces, 2 strap pieces, and in my recording, I only had 1 pocket piece, but you will need 2. First, we're going to start with the bottom. You will put your pants piece right side up, then put your other pants piece right side down. Then we will clip the sides, and then we will clip the crotch area and the legs. You can sew this either on your serger or your sewing machine. We're going to start on one side of the pants and then do the leg, the crotch, the other leg, and then the other side of the pants. Once that is done, I also did a reinforcing stitch along the crotch area. Next, we are going to gather the top of your pants, and you can do this either on your sewing machine or your serger, whichever method you prefer. Next, we're going to start on the bodice. We have one right side up and one right side down, and we are only going to be serging the sides. And you're going to want to do this for your main fabric together and then your liner fabric together. Then you're going to take your liner fabric and flip it right side out and put it on the inside of your main fabric. And we are going to line up the seams by where the armpits are. And then we are also going to clip along the sides of the bodice. Once that is all clipped, we are going to serge along just the outside edge. So it'll be the outside edge, the armpit, and then we're going to leave the top and the bottom of the bodice open. Next, we are going to work on the straps. We are going to put them right sides together and clip along the long edge and clip along one short edge. Once those are all clipped, we are going to sew along that edge and the top, and we're going to be leaving the bottoms open. Once those are done, you can turn them right sides out. And once they are right side out, you can do a top stitch if you would like. I just use my iron to iron them flat. Next, I'm going to be ironing on my stabilizer, and this is for my snaps. If you were doing buttons, you would need to use stabilizer as well. Now that I have those on, I'm just going to serge across the top of one side of the bodice, and for the other side of the bodice with the straps, I'm going to stick those in about 1/4 inch from the edge. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side, stick it in about 1/4 inch from the edge, and then I'm going to serge across the top. Once those straps are serged in, I'm going to top stitch all the way around just to reinforce all my seams. Then your bodice is done. Now you can take your bodice and flip it right side out and stick it inside of your pants, so your right sides are sticking together. Then you want to line up your side seams and then find the middle of your bodice and line it up with the middle of your pants. You can adjust your gathering as you go, just so it's easier and more even whenever you go to sew it together. Once those are all clipped together, then you're going to serge the top of your pants and the bottom of your bodice together, all along that circle. Next, we will work on the pocket. You will have your 2 pocket pieces right sides together, and we are going to clip all the way around. And once that is clipped, we are going to sew all this area and leaving the bottom open. Once that is sewn, we are going to flip it right side out and get all those edges nice and crisp. Then you're going to take it over to your iron and iron out those edges. Then we're going to take that pocket and pin it to your bodice. Once that is all pinned, we are going to sew all along the edges and the bottom. We're going to be leaving the top open. Next, we will be adding the snaps. You will need 4 open prong rings, 2 female sockets, and 2 male studs. You will take one of the prongs and stick it through your fabric where you attached your stabilizer. Then you will take your female socket and stick it into your pliers. Then repeat the process for the other side. Then for the strap piece, you will do the same thing. I just measure where I want it to go. Then I take the prong and stick it through, and then grab the male stud and then use my pliers to fasten them together, and then repeat for the other side. Once those are finished, then the last step is to hem your pants. You can use your preferred hemming method, but just make sure that you flip over your woven piece twice so it does not fray once you're done sewing. And then repeat for the other leg and you are finished. If you have any other questions on assembling, be sure to join the Facebook group. There's lots of helpful people in there.